Hello Speed Hunters, you're here with Fulysic and we're doing the review on the Crew. Now this is going to be the third time I've recorded it. The first time the game kept crashing, so couldn't post that with it was horrible. Second time my pop filter was touching the mic, so pretty much every time I turn the steering wheel the pop filter would touch against the microphone, and that created a stupidly horrible noise, and my review both times was about an hour, so I've had to redo it. So I'm hoping this third time is the charm, so let's get into it. Now the Crew for me was a long awaited game. You could say I'm a Crew fanboy, it's simple as that. This game was a long time in development. It was put off, there's betas, there was all sorts of stuff going on. I participated in what I could. And 5/10. Not so many of you still in the running now, is there? Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm going to give you an honest review. So I am a fanboy, but I am going to actually talk about the bad points as well as good points, because I believe, you know, if you're a casual gamer, or maybe you're not into the whole car scene, you need somebody that's going to actually explain it. A bit like some of the big guys like PC Gamer and stuff like that. They go into some pretty good detail, and they're not shy to kick it to the curb, and it's the same for me. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to bounce around a bit and do a bit of driving, and I'll discuss bits and pieces of the game. So let's get down to business, and as per usual we'll go in and have a look at the options. Alright, so we've got the game settings here. You've got audio language, which are for me obviously English, and same with the text. You can have subtitles. I like to have subtitles on because sometimes I could be in TeamSpeak talking to people, and you can't always hear the story, so subtitles always comes in handy. Keyboard layout, English, what the fuck, why not? Units, Australian here, so fucking metric. Traditional off, it's annoying. Display stunts, so when you do drifts and stuff like that, it displays it down in the corner, which you'll see. And display the speedometer in free drive, Crew widget, minimap, and then on and on and on. Enable the profanity filter. At the moment the chat's you could say a beta, so I've actually got it turned off because apparently that does help solve some of the issues with it. Alright, so that's just the game settings. Notifications, I want to know everything that's going on out there with the friends on my list and what the fuck they're doing. So I've got everything turned on, but you know, it's each to your own. If you want some of these turned off, you can. So alright, video. Awesome video once you can get past some of the stuff. The NVIDIA surround, which is what I run 3 screens. And it is a little bit tedious. I had a bit of a problem. It was automatically minimizing the game, but put it in window mode, it seems to have solved the issue. For YouTube, I'm recording it in the 1920 by 1080, but as some of you know, my support is 5760 by 1080. Alright, so let's just get it back there. I'm running the brightness. You've got your frames per second limit. Why the hell you would have it on 30, I've got no idea, but alright, I've got my V-Sync on. We've got video preset is around high. So some of this I'm going to have to actually adjust. It seems when there was an update, some of these settings were reverted back to whatever's recommended by NVIDIA, so I haven't bothered playing with them. I've just left it as is because this works for a single screen, but for 3 monitors I do have to toy around and sacrifice certain stuff because obviously I'm spreading it across 3 monitors. Alright, filter view scale. Some people have said to me on Steam that this doesn't work. I'm showing you here, for me this does work, and I don't know if that's to do with multi-monitors. So, but I like to see as much as the front of my car as I can. And we'll get to the reason why I'm using the bonnet view, because some of you know me that I do iRacing, and that game is actually cockpit view only, so I'll explain a bit more into that later on. Hopefully this doesn't mess around too much. Yep. Alright, we'll just go back into settings. Alright, now you come across the audio, you got your, like, I haven't listened to the music too much, so I don't know what it's like, but these settings I find comfortable because I do use a headset most of the time, so that's my preferred settings. Alright, controls, I only drive in hardcore mode, and full manual shift with clutch and H pattern. Some of you got all your different sensitivities. This is more for the controls, but it's there. Wheel controls, which is more for me, modified G27 with super force feedback motors, so I usually run the force feedback here, but I was actually trying to figure out where its clipping point is last night. So for my G27 there, and when I come up to about here it starts to clip, but that's on a modified version, so but we was trying to see what it could do. Alright, we got the clutch shifter. You can see all this stuff you've got to set, and you can set it right down to the finest details if you need to, and it's quite good, but it does need to be simplified because some of this is not, I don't know if this just needs to be like the actual brief for it needs to be explained a little bit better, but I have heard people get a little bit confused. Alright, I should save that, but I'm not going. Alright, key mapping. You've got 50 million keys, but for some reason it lost my I've got a DSD button box. It's more for simulated racing. I use it for Euro Truck Simulator, iRacing. I use it for anything I can program it to. I did have it programmed for some of this stuff, and for some reason it's lost my settings. I had gear 7 on. Whoops! I hit my pop filter again. Yeah, and it's not allowing me, so I don't know what the deal is there, but my button box won't allow me to assign a gear, so I'm not driving a 7-speed anyway. You gotta remember some of the cars are a 7-speed, so H patterns are typically 6. I haven't seen a 7-speed yet. I'm surprised I haven't. So you're gonna need to work out something for that 7th gear. I usually just assign that to a button. Alright, and we're back around again, so that's the options, and we're over with that. So we'll just should save settings. Alright, now you got mobile repair. Once you unlock enough perk points, you can assign perk points. You can repair your car on the fly. You don't have to go back to your HQ and stuff like that. You got your mobile car tuner. It tells you what parts you're running on your car, and you can auto equip parts if necessary, and it tells you some details there. And I'm not going to get into whether they're accurate or not, because there is so much shit stirring around with that I prefer to stay away from it. You've got a mission diary here. I've never actually used a mission diary. Look at that. YouTube's helping me complete achievements. Cheers, speed hunters. Alright, we've got uncompleted missions, and then you got your completed missions, and it tells you like what you've earned, like whether it be platinum, bronze, gold, and you can't earn platinum trophies or whatever the hell you want to call it until you reach level 50, and I'll go into that a little bit more soon. So that's that there. Alright, this accesses your map, but I'm not going to bring that up at the moment. You got your help here. Haven't really had to use it. You've got your radio there. It's not something I've used. You've got your crew roster here of all your different. Alright, there's some people I don't know there, but yeah, there's all different people there. Right, let's jump. Oh shit. Alright, then over here we have this is your car list. Now the way the developers at Ivory Tower have done this is very creative. Rather than purchase, say for example, if we come to the Camaro, whoops, she's a beast, I love it. Alright, so say we come to the Camaro, and somebody's up my ass again. If we come to the Camaro, this is what's known as the perf version, or P-spec as we call it in the crew. And this is like the high souped up, you know, tough version. You got like different styles you can pick, but I've got the full drag car scene going on here. And then rather than you say, oh yeah, you've got, I should explain it better. You've got full stock, street, you've got perf, you've got dirt, you've got raid, and you've got circuit. So some of the cars are limited to which classes they could be modified to. So this is the P spec. So if we come back to here, rather than saying, oh, I want a street Camaro, well, rather than going to the car dealer and buying another Camaro, you actually just tune it for the street. So this one's been done up as a street version as well. So we select street, and this is the street version. See, so rather than buying a multitude of Camaros, you buy the one Camaro, but you can modify it through the different versions. So you know, you buy one car and then you just do it up to the classes that it allows you to do. But I would like to have multiple street versions. That's just me. So I don't really want to go there too much, but I believe you should be able to. You can go swap your parts, but I'd like to be able to have two street versions that are different from each other that I can just swap to. So that way, if I want to drive, say, a different style, I can, but you can't. So, alright, so that sort of explains that. And this is a C spec. This is the Bentley, that's circuit. And then you've got like your Lamborghini. This is another P spec car. I'm supposed to be looking for a. Yep. Then you got dirt spec. This one's a bit of a Dukes of Hazzard style. This is definitely the dirt spec that I enjoy having some fun in. It's not too mission friendly because it likes to get a bit sideways, but it's good for a bit of fun with friends. And then you've got your more, I believe, more mission suitable ones. This is a Ford Focus. It's pretty quick. It's a little rocket, this thing. I'm quite surprised. I've only just recently acquired this one and have done it up. I do notice the body kit on this one, like the flares don't suit the kit that's selected, so I don't know if I've done something wrong there. I'm gonna have to go have a look, but it sort of looks horrible. But anyway, can't have it all, that's what they say. And then you have a raid spec. So I've got like a street car that looks like a raid, well, is a raid spec car. And then there is another raid spec. Oh, fuck is it? Here she is. See, and this one's raid spec. This is a beast. I love this thing. Just shovel people off the road all day long. And you can go cross country, all sorts. You can go crazy with this fucking thing. I love it. I love it in the anodized look. It looks good, but I do want to stick it matte black. And then you can see you got full stock, you got street, and where is it? Yeah, see, they're all street editions. See, that's already pre-done up. These came with it because I purchased a gold edition. So let's jump to the map. I think is a bit of a cool. This is a map. It's fucking huge. Like, for me, I've done a lot of Euro Truck Simulator, and I've also done a lot of Test Drive Unlimited too, and this map is, I don't know, it competes with Euro Truck Simulator. Like, the amount of area that you can cover in a car is just like, just to drive from down here, like where I've just selected, because I don't know if you'll see the mouse cursor. Oh, you'll probably see the cross anyway. To go all the way up here is gonna take you a long time, even if you're like powering it through, like just like, you know, driving full fucking ball. It's still gonna take you quite a while to get across the entire map. And you can see I haven't even touched every area. These purple areas are areas that you haven't discovered. People like spend their time jumping around, like, because you can fast travel. See, you got fast travel option. But that doesn't interest me. I'd rather fucking drive and discover it the proper way, like sort of trying to make the game last a bit longer. And then up here you've got your default tags. This shows you all your... Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking microphone decided to get a mind of its own and fall over. Let's obviously have one too many drinks. As I was saying, this is all the missions. So, you know, you got the South, Midwest, East Coast, Mountain States, and the West Coast. So, you can see all the missions there. Skills. These are pretty much how you unlock different auto parts. So, we'll zoom in on a couple so you can get a better look. You know, you got that one there. So, you got speed skill here. And there's shitloads of them. Like, grinding for money is crazy in this game. It seems to be something that needs a lot of, you need to do a lot of, I should say. Over here you've got like these information icons. For Americans, they probably understand what some of these places are a bit more than some of us do, but there's some famous landmarks that most people will recognize, like, you know, Washington DC and fucking Las Vegas, and like, who doesn't know what fucking Las Vegas is? Maybe North Koreans, who knows. And then you got your faction missions. Once you get to a certain level and some perk points and some shit like that, you can start sending your friends. Now, this is more of a micromanagement section to the game, because you don't actually send your friends, you send a make-believe version, you may as well say. So we'll just do this one here. So you come to, I've got to see result. I've got to collect my money. And then you go back to the faction mission, send friends. Now you're not, like I said, you're not actually sending them. And then you scroll through your friends, and then you click one, and where is he? I wanted to put the community manager on there. Where'd he go? I've lost him. There he is. I went past him. So yeah, he's an awesome bloke. So yeah, you assign your friends. They don't actually do the race. Like I said, it's more of a micromanagement thing. And you launch mission, and then a timer will pop up. So let's zoom in a bit on that for everybody. Whoa, shit, too close. Alright, and it's got 3 hours remaining, and after that 3 hours you can do what I did, which is see the result, and you collect your money. You can collect your money if your friends actually won the race through their micromanagement system. Now you got PvP. I haven't done it. I did one PvP race and it was full of rammers and full assist drivers, and I've got no time for full assist drivers. Like, it's everybody's each to their own on how they drive, and I understand that some people drive with keyboard, gamepad, and they can't hardcore mode. But for me, yeah, I have to drive hardcore mode. So until they have some sort of way of sorting PvP, I've got no real interest in that. And we're back to the Drive Hub challenges. So I believe I think we should do up a car and talk a little bit more about the crew, but just to break up the review a bit, because I know people are going to struggle to actually make the distance to this, but I don't want to knock my microphone over. I haven't actually got a microphone boom at the moment, so I'm not used to actually recording in the simulator rig. I usually do my recordings here, but I'm not actually using the steering wheel when I do it, and it's a bit of a learning curve, so nobody gives a shit about my life story, so let's get back to the actual review. I'm still toying around with cars. You can sort of drop parts, add parts, so you can make the car a bit more comfortable, because like you see the Camaro here, it has a car level of 1107, and on the ice now, like, this fucking goes straight off the road. And it's the same with the Shelby. I'm still toying around with that. But if you come down to the Chevrolet Impala, which I've got around 808, it actually feels pretty good. So we'll get this part of the review done. I just got to put my headset on so I can actually hear the car. You might get some force feedback noise. Alright. And I'm just watching the pop filter to make sure it doesn't fucking fall over, so. Yeah, we're not having a good day today. I didn't think this was going to work very well. I've actually got the force feedback turned down, as you saw, but my Logitech profiler is actually playing up. I don't think people need to see me drift. There's actually a video up there of me doing a practice session. But we will do one thing while we've got the guy in the car, but I might leave that for our discussion for when we finish doing up a car. So I'm trying to shorten the review down just a little bit from that 1 hour mark that I had before. So we're going to go to HQ. It doesn't matter which HQ you go to. You can either just enter it, or you can fast travel, or you can do it through the options as I showed you before, but I don't know, I like to go to different ones, mix them up. They all look the fucking same, but who gives a shit. Alright, now while we're in the HQ, we're going to take a quick look around the HQ. There's the beast. Alright, you've got your workshop. This is where you can do like all your visuals and performance of parts that you own. Keeping that in mind. And then over here you've got your car collection. This is all the cars that you have access to, but you may not own them all. I have to clarify that. So if I come across here, I own a lot of cars, so we'll get to the ones I don't own. See, these cars I do not own, but they do appear in the list, so it sort of shows you what cars are available, so you know if you own them or not. And you can actually see what I was talking about before. So you've got the Ford Focus here, you've got the full stock, the street version, dirt, and the P-Spec. Then over here we've got a Camaro, and that can be done every single way. So you get pretty much, you're getting 6 Camaros out of the 1 Camaro. It's a bit of a shame that some of these other cars don't all have access, like full access like this, but hopefully they will in the future. Because you got the Dodge Viper here, which is what we're going to do today. It doesn't, see, you can't make it a street, you can't make it a dirt, and you can't make it a raid, but it would be a nice feature being able to do that. Alright, so we'll just select that. So you get a, this is the one that I got from doing the gold plates on Facebook. Yeah, it's a bit of a Uplay gift. They give you 100 Uplay points. You get it with a little sticker set and whatever the fuck else they gave with it. Alright, here you got your perk points. This is what I was talking about before. You can assign different perk points for different reasons. Some I don't agree with, like increase your car handling and satellite navigation. So you've got all different ones. I prefer to use like the discount ones for doing up your cars. And yeah, you can sort of see which ones I've got assigned. There's ones for like co-op bonuses, so when you co-op with friends you get a bit more points. And these are, I don't want to spoil it too much, but these are all characters from the story that you meet. This is sort of your progression. You can sort of go down and it sort of shows you the people, and you can sort of replay the cutscenes, but I haven't used much of that, and I don't really want to go into that because it's not really necessary to me. I'd rather let you. Now the hidden cars, there's one for each area, like Midwest, South, East, and stuff like that, and you've got to find the hidden car wrecks. Anybody who's played Test Drive 2 will know what I'm talking about. They had a similar system, and it worked well. It's actually quite fun. I know most people that are driving around in their hidden cars have been on either YouTube or Google, and they've got all the locations. I've got a couple of friends that have found it the proper way, like Madman. I know he found his the proper way, and I haven't really done any searching. If I see it sort of beeps like a bit like a gold detector, I don't know what they're called, and it sort of beeps like that, and then you find it and it sort of assigns the part to whichever area you're in, so you can sort of see that I've started like as I find it, and it slowly turns into a whole car as you find each part. So that's all the workshop and stuff like that. I think I've explained most parts there. I don't like how dark the workshop is. Like, you've got good photo opportunities and it's ruined by this, like, the darkness. It's just horrible lighting. Like, you want to be able to take photos of your car, but yeah, the background is just, for me, is just too dark. I'd like to get rid of this legend on the side where it tells you what buttons do what, but yeah, you can open your doors and you can put your windows down and you can honk your horn. Where is it? And honking the horn flashes the lights, and you can even do that. Accelerate, and you can go through all your gears. You can turn the wheels. So if you want to get a bit of a movement shot, I should quickly show you. Oh no, you'll see it in the next bit. So yeah, that sort of gives you a bit of a looky there, and I sort of had a bit of a thing that I just don't like, that you can't hide that legend. Alright, so we're going to go back to the map. I'm going to leave the HQ. I had this last night, and I don't know what causes that. Sometimes it will jump around and sometimes it won't. I notice it's a bit more, it's more happens in Miami than anywhere else. Almost coughed. That wasn't good. Alright, so these are your tuners. This is where you go to do your cars. So you have to go to the actual... There's only one P-spec tuner, which is in Miami. Then you have a dirt spec in it, like the East Coast in New York. Then in the Midwest it's street. And then Las Vegas is raid. And then over in Los Angeles you got the circuit, and you have to go there to do each spec, but like I said, you can fast travel and jump straight to it. So let's just jump to the P-spec car tuner. We're just going to enter it. We're not going to drive there, trying to cut down on a bit of time, so that way I can spend a bit more time discussing other stuff. And I'll sort of explain some things as I do it up. Oops, this is you can access a collection of cars, so you can switch straight to another P-spec car if that's what you wanted to do. Alright, now down here you've got the different, you can select level kits. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And it automatically jumps, like you can see what it's going to give you by doing that, rather than you can pick the lower one and then do it yourself. which I'm tempted to do just for the just for shits and giggles. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm gonna jump straight to a level 40 because it's something I'd rather not. As you can see, the funds are getting low because this is the third car I've done up in a matter of a couple of days, and I haven't done much grinding. I've had a busy weekend on Steam, so I think everybody can understand that. So yeah, you just buy that kit. That brings everything up to a level 40 part. So when you do like the missions and stuff like that, you earn these parts, and they're like level 50 is a platinum part. I've got a few of them, I think, but alright, now this is the standard this is the standard kit that comes with the level 40. It's like a tuning pack, you could call it, and it's sort of like a pre-packaged pack that you'd buy. And I don't particularly like this, it's fucking ugly. So we're gonna rectify this, and you can have a look what I think looks good. Well, alright, so we're gonna screw around with the body first. And then you got down here, you got official colours, metallics, pearlescence, and anodized. But I think for this one we're gonna stick with the original Dodge colours because they're typically good colours. I wish I could spray the calipers a different colour. I reckon we're gonna go with this blue. Alright, then you come across your stickers, and you can like whack like all sorts of stickers on it. But I don't know. To me, a Dodge Viper shouldn't really have stickers on it. It did come with a sticker, but I got no fucking idea where that is. But as I said, we're not going to put stickers on it. You come to the interior. Now you got aluminium. I don't know why it's called aluminium. If that's the look or what. And then you've got carbon. So you can sort of see like some difference there. And then you've got mixed aluminium, and then you've got mixed carbon. So we're going to go with mixed carbon. What colour did we go? We went a blue, so I don't want too much blue. Not enough colours in the interior. I'd like the option to sort of take it a bit further and actually customise the interior, so you can actually get like a bit more customization out of it. Like, surely like you can customize your colours. Like, I don't understand why they've limited it in this way. I'm gonna go with a brown. It's a bit orthodox, but we'll do that. Alright, then we come to the front bumper. This is the one that came with the kit, and we can sort of select the one we want. So there's not a lot. See, this is one of the I think you can hear me. You can hear it in my voice. It's one of the things that drives me insane. Now, I like car customization. I'm a nutter for it, and there's not enough customization. Like, these are pretty much the way they're making it look is like these are off-the-shelf body kits. It's like this is all you get. Like, they're all the same, but they add these little fucking shitty carbon fiber bits on there, and that's all they give you to pick from. Like, I don't like none of this carbon fiber shit. I want that bit painted the same colour as my car, but they don't give me that fucking option. So this is carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber, fucking all carbon fiber, and it's all shit. I hate carbon fiber on cars, like on the outside, unless it's a bonnet or something like that. So So I want like a kit like this, but I don't want fucking carbon fibre. This gives me the shits. Like every kit all looks the fucking same. You mad, bro? You fucking got it right. This pissed me off. So I'm gonna have to go with a standard kit just because I don't like their fucking shit. And then it's gonna be the same with the rear bumper. See? Like, what's all this fucking daggy shit hanging off the back of it? It looks like something from Carmageddon. I don't want that shit on there. So again, I'm gonna have to go with the standard body kit. Or close to standard. Nothing there. Nothing there. Side skirts, I don't like this. See, I like the pipes. Like, I love these pipes with that Viper SRT 10 badge, and that looks fucking awesome. But I don't want that carbon fibre shit. Like, I haven't looked through the rest of the kits. Here we go. See, this is what I mean. They've gone halfway, but not all the way. Like, that looks. I better pick one. I'm gonna go with this one because that fucking looks shit nuts. Oops. We're in demo mode again. See, that looks awesome like that. And I just wish they could have those large body kits for the front and back bumper bar without that fucking daggy carbon fibre on it. Hate carbon fibre. Now we're up to the rims. You got your official rim. Oops, wrong button. Sorry about that. You got your official rims. This is pretty much what you can get from Dodge, I'm assuming. Then you got your road, which is pretty common. Some nice rims. And again, this is another complaint. Like, you can't pick a rim size. Like, I'd love to stick a set of 20s or something like that on there, and they don't give you the option to do it. I'm gonna go with those ones. I know which rims I wanted to put on this, so, but we will go back into rims so I can finish talking about it. Then you've got, like I said, your road, you've got racing rims, off-road, vintage, and exotic, which none of them fit an exotic car. Don't understand that. But I've got my rims anyway. And yeah, it'd be nice to select the size and again, customize your rims with a bit of colour. Like, today it's pretty popular. It's sort of in that sort of scene at the moment of painting rims. I've noticed it a lot lately. Like, I'm into cars in real life, so it's sort of in at the moment. People are still out there painting rims and shit like that, so I'd like that option to actually, you know, paint the rims and personalise it. Like, this game's all about not drive alone, drive with your friends. Well, you want to show your friends your personality, and they're restricting that, and I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, so that's right, we're gonna change it. But see, carbon fibre, everything's fucking carbon fibre. Like, I don't know who did all this over at Ivory Tower, but they like carbon fibre. I don't mind carbon fibre on spoiler. I like this spoiler. This is like, this really hits the spot right here because you got that bit in there, and then it's blue out here. Not a fan of that one. So we'll go with that one. That looks pretty nuts. Then we go with the hood. Carbon fibre. See, you can't select the painted version. Where the fuck's my painted version? Like, it came with the kit, but maybe I want the painted version of this. Like, where is it? Like, maybe I don't want shit hanging out of my bonnet. And so that's what I mean. I don't know if more of this stuff will come later on. Like, I don't want to go raving and ranting and then, you know, next year they release like extra bits and pieces, but I don't want carbon fibre. So I'm now stuck with a blue bonnet with fucking stupid shit hanging out the top of it. And I don't want stupid shit. I want a full enclosed. Where is it? F5. Nope. There we go. Yeah, and I don't want, like, some people that looks nice and it does look good, but I don't want a hole there. I want that covered up. So now I'm lumped with a hole in my bonnet, and you know, that's again, that comes back to it's reducing the personality that a person puts into their car. And yeah, I don't like that. There's not enough option. That means that if there's 1,000 people that own the Dodge Viper, out of those 1,000 of people, you're more than likely gonna have the same fucking parts. There's not enough customization. Like, there's not enough individuality. It's just, yeah. I'm sort of raving and ranting, but these kind of things I feel were, I don't know, slightly neglected. I do like what they've done, but they've sort of missed some of it. I'm sure they'll. This part, I fucking love it. Like, I don't know who's responsible for this at Ivory Tower, but they're a fucking legend. Just being able to do this, and then, sorry, I'm turning away from the fucking microphone. And see, you can zoom right in, and you can see all the detail in the engine, and I fucking, it sends goosebumps down my fucking spine every time I see it. You can see the extractors, the coilovers, and you can see the full fucking fuel, and like, you know, like the full fuel, like, look at it, just direct fuel injection straight into the top there. And you've got the full billet accessories on the front. Like that, they went to town on that, but they left out the body kits. That's what I mean. They've gone here, like, you know, you got your full stainless steel exhaust with all the details, the different, like, they've gone to town on this part, but this is not the part that matters at the end of the day. It's the body that gets put on top of it. Like, yeah, this looks fucking shit hot, but that's no good once I'm out there cruising with me mates. It's just, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm ranting about nothing, but it's just, when you consider purchasing the game, this is something I really wanted to touch on so people could understand because a lot of people on Steam came to me with, and the common question was about the customization. So, alright, so we're going to do the exhaust. So we don't gain anything, we actually lose 1 point there, so we're not going to bother with the exhaust. Now, see, I've got a level 49, that's a platinum part, and that's going to boost her up pretty damn well, so we're going to chuck that on there because this car's going to be all about fucking power. Well, that was ECU, I mean, and now we got the fuel injectors. And that's a pretty big boost because this is actually a level 50 part, so we're going to throw that on there. And then we've got another level 50 is it? No. Oh, air filter, so yeah, air intake. So we're going to quickly jump on that. And then the gearbox, see, you got all the gears, like, they've really gone to town on this part, and I fucking love it. Like, I've got no problems whatsoever. Like, the detail here was really thought out, and the extra yards were, like, you can see that they've gone the extra mile on this, and I like that part. But, see, just, you can see it, like, you can see all the valves, you got the valve springs, you got the camshafts with, and you can see like the cam lobes, and you've got the pistons, and you can even see the gudgeon pins, and like you can just see every single detail in that engine, and that's crazy. I don't know if this was two separate departments within Ivory Tower. I don't know how this actually came about, but yeah, it's just fucking crazy. It's just awesome. I just want to have a quick look down this end of things. See, and you can bring it right back into the minus if you wanted to. So you do have the option to down your parts. See, you can even see where the timing chain would go. It's amazing detail. I love it. Alright, let's quickly fly through tyres. Everybody knows what tyres are. Everybody knows what brakes are. Bigger brakes, you stop quicker. But, you know, it's not the impact, it's the sudden stop. Alright, so suspension. Everybody knows what suspension does. Differential. Level 50. Man, this car's gonna go like a shower of shit. Holy shit. This is getting quite up there, so alright, that's done. And that's all done. So yeah, if they put the same amount of detail into the exterior of the car as they did to the internals of the car, this game would be in a complete different fucking zone. Like, it's just, I'm just trying to review this game to like a point where it's honest. So like I said, the non-car enthusiast and the casual gamer, they've got a rough idea of what the fuck's going on. Alright, now this thing's maxed out, well, within the parts I have access to. I think you can go up to like, what is it, 1299 if you've got the parts. Alright, I'm just going to have to pop my headset on to do this, because I can't hear the way the car goes through the gears otherwise. And we'll discuss a few more things now. I don't want to wreck it too much, but your character, the max level he reaches is level 50. And I reached level 50 before I was even halfway through the story, and I kind of felt that was a little bit sad. And to me the game, like, I haven't even finished the story, I'm sitting on level 50, you can see it in the corner there. The red, what you see in between 50 and Fulysic, that shows I'm using hardcore mode. When you crew up, you can actually see what each crew member is using, and it shows you what your car is. But yeah, level 50, I felt really ripped off once I'd achieved that, and it pissed me off. Like, this game could easily have gone to a level 100, even a level 150, even Test Drive went to level 100. Like, that level 50 was just, I think, about 13 hours of gameplay, not even that, and you'd achieve level 50. And I've got, what, 160 hours now on this game, so I love the sound of a Dodge Viper. Sorry, I just like the sound of it. Alright, so let's talk a bit more about the views. You've got your bonnet view, you've got this view. Not particularly fond of this view, looks like somebody strapped you to the front of their car and they're driving around. You've got the cockpit view, which is usually my favourite view, but we'll get back to that in a second. You've got the external view, so let's get a gear or two. Bit light in the steering today. So it's a good old Dodge Viper, and I can see my pop filter bouncing around. Alright, so yeah. And the game itself looks excellent, as you can see. You can see I got a couple of scratches down there. The scratches are a bit, I don't know, each to their own for that. I'm not too fussy. I like a little bit of damage, and it's got that. And the game just looks beautiful. It's amazing the way it looks. The details you need are there. So it's just, like I said, the personality is what's missing. Alright, so let's get back to the inside view, and we'll have a... Now this is what I don't like. Right. Now, I'm not moving my steering wheel, and you can hear I'm... Alright. It's not a very good example, but who gives a shit. But yeah, I'm not moving the steering wheel, but his hands are going side to side, like, it's like some fucking geriatric or some shit. See, steering wheel's straight, and he's fucking wobbling side to side. Now, when you're doing the missions, that is fucking irritating as hell. So he's like he's fucking some drug addict, fucking alcoholic, fucking dick. Like he can't keep his hands still. He's like fucking. He's got DTs going on. That really annoys me. I'm pretty sure it's actually worse than the beta. I think they've actually dulled it down a little bit. Alright. I thought the car would pick up a bit more than this, but... And the faster you go, the worse it goes, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get to an open road. Here we go. So, I think you're starting to see what I mean there. See, and the faster you go, the worse it gets, and that's real irritating when you're trying to drive down the middle of traffic. And that's a good note right there. The traffic is actually wide enough when you don't drive like a drunk that you can actually get through it, and you can get away with like little nicks and stuff like that. But yeah, that steering wheel just irritates living shit out of me. Sorry, my pop filter's bouncing around again. I've got to find a different spot for that. So yeah, you sort of get what I mean with that. And yeah, that's just one of the other things that irritates me. So, you know, there's pros and cons to every game, but and there's still a lot of crashes at the moment. I think they're still tight. They've got the server sort of stable, and I think they've just dollied it up until the new year. And that's just my honest opinion. Alright, and the other big question people have been asking me, is it worth the money? Now, I bought the gold edition, which was a pre-order. Fuck knows when I pre-ordered it, I've forgotten. And to me, yes, it's worth it. But even I'm not 100% happy with the game. But is it worth it for a casual gamer, or a non-car enthusiast, or maybe somebody who likes a multiplayer game? And see, and I don't feel it is worth it. If you're a casual gamer, you're only going to play it for the story, and the story is quite... I don't really want to shit on Ivory Tower too much, but the story is pretty cheesy. The story's been done 1,000 times. Like, you know, the usual family member gets shot, and then you get hooked up with cops, and you race around and bring down people, and that's, you know, it's been overdone by Need for Speed and stuff like that. I don't understand why they went with that story. Like, the story's still good, don't get me wrong, it's just sort of cheesy. It's a little bit, it feels, yeah, I don't know. I guess if you play it, you understand what I mean. But for a casual gamer, I don't think the current price they're asking, which I think in my region, what I see on Steam, is $74.95. I don't believe it is. I think for a game like this, for a casual gamer, you should be looking at around maybe 50 to 60, and that's just my fair opinion. And yeah, it's just, there's not enough prolonged gameplay for the casual gamer, or, you know, achievement hunters. Like, I had some friends that got this, and they're more into their first person shooters, and they played it for 2 days. They maxed out their characters, and they've already chucked it off to the side, and they're playing other shit. So, you know, 2 days for $74 is not really worth it when you add it up. And a lot of us are really hoping they do change stuff. We know that they're working on mirrors. There's currently no mirrors, so you can't see the dick that's hitting you up the arse. So yeah, things are will change, we hope, because my honest opinion, this game does not have a very good future if Ivory Tower and Ubisoft don't listen to what the community want. Now, I know that it's kind of hard to filter out the shit from the genuine ideas that come across their forum, but they really need to listen to the community on this one, because this game is going to tank really bad if they don't listen. There goes Madman. He's got that name for a reason. I'm not competing. Not yet, anyway. I'm sort of like trying to keep some stuff for later on, but the way I see the game is it's going down a very dark road, and it's not a good road. And they've promised a lot of DLC. You see, this is what's concerning. And I don't know what to really think of it, but as what's concerning is they've got a lot of DLCs coming, and there's really no gameplay left. The only thing you're gameplaying for is money to buy more parts for the cars. So once you own all the cars and all the auto parts, you've got nothing left to do but drive around. And once you've discovered everything, it doesn't leave much else to do. Like, yes, the map's big, but I really hope they've got something up their sleeve, because yeah, it's just, I don't know, yeah, something's missing. And as I said, I'd try and give an honest review here, and I think I've given an honest review, and whether it's suitable for you is completely up to you. But you know, I've given you like some of the cons, and there's a lot of pros. Like, I haven't even done all these skill missions yet, and there's still at least another probably 10 hours of gameplay and just doing the skill missions alone. I haven't finished the story, so it depends on if you're an aggressive player or if you play it at a more of a relaxed pace. And I know what to expect from the game because I played the beta, so I'm trying to space things out and not kill it. Like, some nights I'll just drive around and dick off and fucking annoy the coppers and shit like that. So when you're a car enthusiast, you see this game from a different point. But I understand a lot of people that have contacted me on Steam are just casual players that don't really know this genre very well. It's pretty new. Like, it's not. Yeah, people have got to understand this game is not Test Drive Unlimited 2. It has similarities, and that's about it. They are two different games. So I hope I've sort of shed some light by doing this review. I know it's a 1 hour review, and it's a lot longer than what I would normally do, but I wanted to sort of explain aspects of it, and sort of so people could get a look at what they're getting into when they're handing over that amount of money. And especially these days, it's getting harder and harder, and the games are getting more expensive, and they're coming out with so many problems and unfinished, and everybody knows bullshit stories. So I hope I've helped somebody out there make a decision, because that's what I aim to do. And like I said, I am a Crew fanboy, so I've tried to do it from an honest perspective. And you know, I'm happy to start a conversation on Steam and discuss the game further. I've probably, about 30 people I've discussed this game with, and we've sat there for quite a while chatting about the game and explaining it, because people understand it's a lot of money to purchase this game, and some people are a bit skeptical about handing over that money for this game, and I sort of try to help them with that and discuss it with them. And some people have gone on to purchase it, and others have decided to wait. So, you know, that's what I aim to achieve. I'm not going to sit there and say, gee, this is a fucking brilliant game and everybody should just buy it. It's not fair for me to say that when the game is not 100% perfect to everybody out there. So yeah, like I said, I hope the review has helped somebody. and that's pretty much it for the crew review. Now, this was meant to be a series, but we've decided against that. So it was going to be called the Diary of a Crew Driver. So all my videos will run under that name, but it won't be a series. I'll just occasionally I'll just chuck up a video under that name. The next review will be Metal Gear Solid. I think that's what I've got planned for next, and I do have Construction Simulator coming up. I know people are bugging me for that. I don't have a lot of people that watch it, but I know that people are keen on me, and it was offset this week due to the problems making the crew review. So there's Fulysic. Welcome to hit me up on Steam. I've got Twitter going on, but I haven't actually put that on my YouTube account. I've got Facebook floating around out there somewhere now, so I'm getting hooked up in the social media. If you want to come chat to me on Steam, send me a friend's request or something. I accept most friends requests if you're over a level 10. Yeah, find my Twitter out there, fucking Facebook. You can chat to me on the Test Drive Unlimited forums, TDU DT, Test Drive Unlimited, I think I just fucked that up, but it's Test Drive Unlimited Drive Time. Sorry, I've got 50 million things upstairs, so you can come and chat to me there. And like I said, if you want, check out Machinima. They have some great gaming news. They're a funny bunch of blokes from Inside Gaming. And NPC Gamer, as always, brilliant guys over there, always working hard. So yeah, it's Fulysic, and thank you Speed Hunters, and I'll see you next time.